Tuesday morning, bit of long reining with Erna. We started off just walking over this really long line of poles that I set out, which was pretty simple for me on the long reins at the back, but we soon did graduate to trotting over them, which was a lot harder than I thought it would be on the ground, and you'll enjoy my flapping elbows and flailing legs as I'm trying to get over them. Erna, however, looks perfect as always. I think she really enjoyed this morning. You can see as we start trotting she does get quite fast, and I think I was struggling to keep up with her. We also put the poles up on the little flower pots you can see at the side there to make them raised trotting poles. This is really good for their core strength and is kind of the horsey equivalent of a sit-up. So yeah, enjoy watching me running around the field like a wally and Erna having a wonderful time trotting around over some poles. Wednesday, and I got all of the agility obstacles that I keep up at the field out and set them up for a little practice with Juliet. Also recorded a video for a little competition that I saw online, so the full version of this is on my YouTube if you want to have a look at it. It was great fun. I love doing this, and Juliet is so good at it as well. It's just really good for like bomb proofing and also sort of encouraging the horse to follow you and to trust you basically. So yeah, we like to do this every now and again, and it was a really lovely morning. So this was Friday morning. I had the day off and had arranged to meet Tara for a ride. It was so windy I had to cut the sound out of this clip because it was just ridiculous. It was a lovely morning. This basically just showing me heading over to meet Tara at the back car park with Erna. So here we are heading out from the yard. The horse in front is Tara's youngster Ron. Tara's in the orange and Ron is being ridden by a couple of girls from the yard who've been helping her out with him. He is only a youngster, so he needs somebody on the ground at the moment, but he was so good. In fact, he had to give Erna a lead through the bridge at one point, which I know she wouldn't have led through by herself, and he'd never been there before and was perfectly fine. So what a good boy. He's really come on so nicely, and it was a pleasure to go out with them. We obviously all socially distanced as per current guidelines, and everyone here that was here for safety reasons. But yes, lovely ride, nice way to spend the morning. Erna was brilliant, really behaved herself, and yeah, just perfect ride really. Now this was quite a big moment because when we got back, Tara got on Ron and just rode him up the lane and back, which is fantastic. I need to learn to look at my preview screen for my GoPro though, as the angle was terrible and I only managed to get a little bit of a little extra ride. But hopefully you'll enjoy seeing Tara riding her horse up here and having a little trot. On Saturday morning, Gemma came up to ride, and this was really special because Gemma hasn't ridden since I think it's July last year, as she had a baby. And then obviously returning to riding was delayed slightly by coronavirus, so this was a long awaited moment. We took Juliet and Erna out. We just did sort of a mini ride over to Clump Hill and back, just because again Erna hasn't done too much and Gemma's getting back into it, so we just wanted to keep it a bit light and fun. We had a really brilliant time. It was absolutely lovely to get out with somebody again. Juliet loved seeing her auntie Gemma. I think Gemma absolutely loved it, and both ponies were so good. So yeah, another lovely ride, beautiful weather, although it was really windy again. I hope you enjoy our lovely canter up the hill as well. It is one of my favourite tracks to go up. I specifically left the sound on for that bit as well because I love the sound of the horse's feet just cantering up the hill. It's just the best. So enjoy our ride. pony. So just while Juliet's having her massage and spraying me with hay, as she usually does, I thought I'd show you one of the new purchases I've got recently that I'm really excited about, and that is brand new hoof boots. Brand new. Now, every other pair of hoof boots I've ever bought have been second hand. These are the best ones I've ever bought. So they're a second hand pair of Cavello Treks, so the same as those green ones. They've lasted for ages. They're brilliant, but they're very worn, and as you can see, and also I think Juliet needs to hack out in 4 boots really, so she'll have front and backs now. The other thing is, I don't know if anyone's ever ridden in hoof boots and lost one, but trying to hunt around for this in a bush or in mud is quite hard. So when I saw you could get green ones, not only is green my favourite colour, but if that falls off, you're going to find that quite easily. So yeah, really pleased. I'll give them a go today while we're riding just in the school, just to make sure she's comfy and they look cool. But yeah, very excited. Can we just take a moment to appreciate these? Especially while they're clean and brand new. So the things I like about the Trek boots is you've got the nice soft collar here, helps stop in the rubs. Hoof boots do rub sometimes, so this is really, really soft and lovely, so it should help to stop any rubbing. On the Treks you've got this massive bit of Velcro here, which is amazing because a lot of the other fastenings on boots are quite small. I've got some of the basic ones, and I've got some of the basic ones and they have a smaller bit of Velcro, and it's really noticeable the difference. So here you can see I've got like a red tongue, which is all Velcro. I'll just fold the boot over like that so it's stuck on itself. Use my finger there, and then fasten with the Velcro. And voila! They're on the pony. I've also noticed on these, at the back, got a little reflective bit here, which is really cute. And these little tabs, which are quite good for helping to pull the boot on and off. So yeah, they look amazing. I just love that green. They're beautiful. I'm a bit sad that they were going to be covered in mud in the winter though. But can't wait to try them. So today I also tried out a little new gadget that I've got called a Pivo. It's a little doobry you put your phone in and it tracks you around as you're riding. I'm just having a little wave at it here. It's quite new technology and it's not designed for use for horses, but they have got a horse mode on it, so it's a bit hit and miss. However, I did get quite a lot of footage, so I was pretty pleased with it. Got to have a little bit of play around with the settings on it. I'm going to see if I can get it to track me over sort of poles and jumps and things, but for today just did a little bit on the flat while we were warming up. You can see me just constantly looking over to check that it's still spinning around. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really useful bit of kit to help me just sort of get some recordings. You can see here I'd lost the camera and just stopped in front of it to see if it would pick us up again. It's picked us up there, and then as I walk on, it starts to follow us again. So if you do lose it, you can pick it up again relatively easy. So we'll see what we can do with this in the future, but for now, just enjoy a little bit of us on the flat. So today I decided to jump for the first time in I don't know how many months, and yeah, I look like I've actually forgotten how to ride and jump completely here. So hoiked my stirrups up a hole and had another go, and thankfully I seem to remember again, which was good. So we just had a couple of pops over this little jump, and then I called it a day, as we haven't really done any jumping recently, but I was really pleased with how we both did, and hopefully we'll do some more soon.